What? I'm going for a run. Fellow runners, it was a while. Welcome back to another video. Dear Underlaster here, your mindful running coach. So, I've been a bit absent lately because, parenthood hit me a bit harder than before, and the sleepless nights had their toll. But I'm here and back with the winter edition video. It's a very spontaneous one because I want to show you how I'm dressing up for cold temperatures when it comes to running. There's this saying, there's no bad weather out there, but just inappropriate clothing for that. So today I want to show you my outfits divided into three parts. First one, this chilly weather when it starts to get cold, but still is alright. Second scenario, when it's actually cold and you can feel it. And the third one, the freezing Arctic cold. Not for everyone, but still, you can dress properly even for that. So, if I made you curious, keep watching. So, fellow runners, let's go with the first case scenario. Let's have a look at the first layer. Why not? We can even run in shorts, because if we keep in mind the 10 degrees rule, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe it's time to hit that subscribe button. Some shorts would be actually okay, right? Transition nailed. Then I would put a first layer, like a sleeveless top or a t-shirt, whatever you prefer. Second layer, a long sleeves, something breathable and comfy. And not just a stylish tip, but a practical one. I would also put the shirt inside the pants so that no air comes in, I don't know if it makes sense, but for me it's just, I like it more this way. But what about rainy or windy days? No worries, I got that option too. We can opt for a windbreaker like this. We can just put it over our long sleeves if you're a particularly cold person. If not, maybe I would do it differently and I would use a t-shirt underneath it. And okay, I'm done with the transitions. And this is the outfit for the chilly but not too cold weather with wind and rain. And if it's not rainy or windy, then another option would be, again, our long sleeves and a little jacket but sleeveless on it. Something in this direction. This is the ASICS Nagino gilet, and it's actually one of my favorite pieces ever. Again, it's very personal. You should know yourself if you're very sensitive to cold or not so much. Oh, and just a little mention before moving on. I also know actually some runners who are okay running just with a t-shirt and shorts when it's 8 degrees Celsius. I'd love to be that one. If you're one of those, feel free to comment and tell me your secret, please. Alright, fellow runners, let's move on with number 2. The cold, but still not extremely cold weather. Let's go. So I start right away with long sleeves, and I have just one layer below the sleeveless or the t-shirt, whatever you prefer. Long pants, leggings, of course. But again, I know and saw some very brave runners with shorts in these conditions. I'm impressed, seriously. But unfortunately, I'm not that one. Then, something I recommend in here is to go a bit higher with your socks and dress something like this. Higher socks, indeed. So for the brave ones, just a sleeveless jacket, especially if you're doing a hard session like intervals at max speed, then you might not want to be, that super geared and dressed up. Then this could be a solution already. But again, it depends a lot on you, on how you perceive the cold. For me, it's definitely another longer sleeve and a jacket. Let me show it to you. So something like this, long sleeves, padded, but just in the right spots, because you don't wanna, go in a sauna, but still breathe. And I really like that ASICS put these breathable zips in the back. So if you're sweating a lot in here, you can always open them. And this is how it looks like. So we have 3 layers. Wow, it's already a lot. But we want to stay warm and still enjoy our run. We want to add on still something, especially if you have a very sensitive neck. Hi, that's me. Say hi to buffers, my actually lifesaver for winter runs. Very recommended, if not a must-have. I have 2 options, a thinner one and a thicker one. So once we have our neck nice and warm, another item I really recommend you is a headband like this. Light, but still with a little fleece inside to keep you warm. It seems like we have pretty much it all. I would add one item, gloves. I normally just keep them in the first 5 minutes and then I wear them off, but they save me anyway, and it doesn't bother me to put them in my pockets after. So there we are, fellow runners. This is the attire. I know that for many runners it would be pretty much exaggerated, but again, we all have different standards, and I'm a woman, I'm a petite, and I'm also pretty sensitive to cold. So now that we are ready to run in the cold, it's time for the last, most extreme one, the Arctic cold. Let's see it together. Normally I'm in that situation where I'm like, you know what, I'd rather train indoors and do a HIIT session or indoor cycling or swimming, but this is just me. And still, sometimes I find the motivation to put myself out there with temperatures below the zero. And if I do it, this is how I dress up. Not much need to change myself, but to add up something. Let's talk socks. If you have the chance to buy some thermic ones, it's of course the best option because they will keep your feet extra warm. I personally only can imagine going running with minus something degrees only in thermic socks. So get yourself some pair of it. But also, let's come to the don'ts. Don't wear 2 socks. This is a bit uncomfortable, I think, for your feet and not so much breathable. Choose just 1 pair of thermic socks and this will be enough. Also something technical and a bit more expensive probably, but it's really worthy, like merino wool socks, for example. I know they're really good. The second thing that I would change in this outfit to run in minus, it's 1 extra jacket actually. I would just put the gilet jacket below the normal one. So gilet first and then the jacket above, but it depends a lot on your taste. And this is not the only solution, because we can also opt for 1 extra layer below. So in our long sleeve, our second layer, we can put it on, or also in here we can put some materials which are particularly warm but also breathable. Again, check it out, it should be technical, it should be for sports and not whatever wool or fabric. And if you're unsure about it, I made a video specific on winter running tips on how to make it better. For sure you're gonna hear more about fabrics and all those tips and tricks, so feel free to have a look at it. There you go. So you were saying 1 extra layer below is also an option, and I'm gonna show you. So this is my 3rd layer, and it's also cool because it comes with this neck warmer, but you can also add 1 extra. This is specific for winter because it keeps you warm, but it also lets you breathe out. So choose something very technical. Again, this is really important. You don't want to be in that situation where you're just sweating and still being cold, which is, I tell you, possible if you're not wearing the right fabrics. And then 4th layer, the jacket. I would still put an extra neck warmer, the thicker one, and also warm my head more with a cap. Something like this with reflective details, it's really cool, and it has a fleece inside, so it keeps you extra warm. This is so cozy. And of course, the gloves. I didn't mention the shoes because I'm not living in those particularly extreme below the zero temperatures, but still, if it's snowy or icy out there, first of all, be careful and prefer trail running shoes because they have, of course, a much better grip. So this is a much better option to run on slippery surfaces than road running shoes, even if you're running on road but there's some ice and snow. And again, be very careful about it. And if you want some extra safety tips, there's also something more you can wear, like additional straps to be more visible, or a headlamp like this, or some vests like these. This is just working on one side. I have to buy it again, but it's a very great one. And if you're interested in knowing more about running safely during winter and when it's dark, I made a video specific on that, so check it out. So, fellow runners, how did you enjoy this little tutorial for winter running? Let me know it down there in the comments, and if you have any wish or requests of topic I should talk about, do let me know. If you're not subscribed yet, remember to smash that button, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Feel your winter run!